but he said like when you're doing Riverside, it's good to start recording earlier rather than like tell your guests like, okay, we're gonna start recording 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, because when it comes to one, it's like you freeze. So it's a good idea to just like start recording and then just cut it whenever you want it to start. Actually, it
Yeah.
actually makes sense.
It's like
So I
the
think
first
if we
thing out
cut
of your
these,
mouth is
yeah,
terrible whenever you have to like, all right, speak. It's like telling a comedian, like, tell me something funny.
yeah.
And they're like, it's not really
Uh,
like that.
uh, we're
I have a
live. We're
joke.
live. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that
But
countdown. I think it's a countdown where you say like
yeah.
3, 2, 1, and oh wait, what are we doing again?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
You guys talk about your weekend
I was
already
just
or no?
telling Dale happy belated birthday.
Yeah, later.
And
Mm-hmm. And
he was
happy
saying,
Father's Day to you too, Adam.
yeah,
The
well,
belated
thank you.
happy is that a thing like
Hmm?
a
No, it's
belated
not.
Father's Day?
People
It's
don't.
not
Once
right.
Father's Day
People
passes,
don't.
they're like, no
Yeah,
one
you
cares
can't
about
cut.
fathers.
Yeah, wait for next year, right? Wait for next year.
Yeah, you really missed
Lose
you have
it.
like a 12-hour window to wish someone happy
I
Father's
know.
Day.
Yeah. Yeah. How was Blink 182, Dale? I
Oh,
have
we
a
were
friend
actually
who posted like a friend from Miami, like
okay.
and a friend from the gym before, and he posted like Blink 182, and then that's why I remember. Oh yeah, they also in there somewhere in that place because he posted like a video of the another video. It's like a picture of the
And
stage stuff. Yeah, I know
so we
Dale's
actually
there
bailed.
somewhere.
We actually bailed.
What? You didn't finish it, or
No, we
you
didn't
started?
go. We couldn't find like
Huh?
the tickets for it.
Have tickets
Maybe
before?
yeah. No, we didn't order.
What?
We were still thinking. We left it open if we were going or not, but we ended up not.
Oh, okay.
We just ended
I
up
bet it's
going to
gonna be
both.
full in the day.
Yep.
I
Oh,
still
okay.
listen to like, What's My Age Again on
Yeah.
Spotify and just like partying out.
That's
It's
true.
probably
That's
much
true. But it's
uh
funny though, like
Yeah.
seeing like people older going there and then having like some of them like their kids go watch.
Oh, wow.
This is what we listened to growing up.
Yeah, some of them
man,
would be like teenagers now, I think,
Yeah,
makes
or
you feel so old.
maybe they're 10. The kids are to be like 10, right, or something
yeah,
like that.
and even like
Because
people
I'm
a
guessing
bit
there's
older than us at the time too, who listened
yeah, there
to
should be like
yeah,
That
yeah.
was
I'm not sure.
It's crazy how much time has passed. And it's pop
yep,
punk. When I was a kid listening to
Mm-hmm.
Blink-182, I kind of felt like I had to hide it from my parents. Like it was a little bit risque. Like
Mm-hmm.
they were kind of like they weren't bad guys, but they were kind of like the sort of
Yeah, not
rough around
those
the edges, like tattoos
yeah,
everywhere.
mhm.
But
Yeah,
then
it
in
appeals
hindsight, it's like
to
it's very PG stuff, really, what they're
yeah,
doing.
yeah, they don't really curse a lot. It's just I think it's because of that music video where they were like running naked and then you just giving out money. I really remember because I always because when I hear that I even forgot the song. What song was it? I just know like the background was they were given like this amount of money to make a music video, and this is what this is what they did, something
yeah,
like that, and then like they were just giving away money, like I know just throwing it away. So it's like because they're more of a like the rebel. Like they're rebels, right? And it appeals more to teens, so that's why like people love listening to them.
Yeah, a lot of
I forgot the
teenage
name
kids.
title. Yeah.
I think it was it. What's My Age Again?
Was
I
that
want
it?
to say
was
it
it
was
that?
that
Was it
song.
First Date or I'm not sure which one it. I'm pretty sure it
They
was
only had
one of
like
their
three
like famous,
songs.
the
Yeah, it was
famous,
like one of
famous.
three. But it was, and they would blur out their private parts, obviously, and
Mm-hmm.
it
I guess
was
it was
that was shocking. As a like a what 12, 13-year-old kid, I was like, oh my gosh, they're running naked.
Yeah,
Streaking was so like out of control to me. I could not
yeah. It was
fathom that.
like oh, you can do this on TV because that was there. It
Yeah,
wasn't YouTube, right?
MTV.
It was MTV. So a lot of people have to like uh put the
I mean,
press the green button on it. Yeah. Are we showing
And
this? Yeah.
oh yeah, someone had to agree. I wonder why. It must have just had such an appeal to such a wide audience of young people. They're like, and then
Mhm.
Jackass was on TV at the time too. I don't know if that was in the Philippines, but that whole
It
culture was
was
like
it was
doing pranks and punked like Ashton Kutcher. a lot of that like
Mhm.
sort of almost mean-spirited kind of prank stuff. It was all over. It was like that was the cool stuff to do.
But it was leveling up though, those that kind of shows until like it's sometimes it's too much.
Yeah.
It was shown in the Philippines because I know because we always like to do our own like copying versions of it. I know Dale knows it. They call it her victim, and then they put a guy who's like sounds like Ashton. I
Oh.
don't know. I don't want to say he's like Ashton. So he's like a guy like if you think of Ashton Kutcher, if he's a Filipino, that's the guy they put as a host. And then yeah, it's pranks. So they just stole the idea and then they made their own versions. Just some
It's great TV. It's
yeah,
it's a
great
great
TV, yeah.
yeah, and then it turned into like just I guess it morphed into Rob Dyrdek doing whatever it is he did for 20 years. But
Yeah,
I'm sorry, getting off on that.
that's fine. Something about those surprising people like doing pranks. Like you
Yeah.
like watching
And
how
name
people
another
react.
band, like going back to Blink-182, name another band where the
Uh-huh.
drummer is arguably like the most popular person.
Most famous person.
Travis Barker, like by far. I mean, it rarely happens, but
That's very true.
Yeah,
Like it's the
Yeah.
most popular of the group, right?
I remember Travis when you say Blink 182. I remember him maybe because it's just the three of them.
Yeah.
Because you see that in other bands, right? Like even Fallout Boy. I think the most famous person is the bass player, right? Because he was dating like who's the sister of Jessica Simpson? So
Yeah.
Ashley
Wentz, was
Simpson.
it something
It's
Wentz?
so it's either
Yeah.
the I guess the front man, is that what you call
Yeah,
Mm.
the lead
the
vocals.
Yeah, lead vocals, or
Yeah.
probably some either guitar, but it's rarely the drummer. I mean, people would acknowledge, like people who play instruments would acknowledge like the good drummers, but they're not,
Uh-huh.
probably Travis Barker
Yeah,
is
he's not the
most
main
known.
guy.
Like I guess just to the general public, I would say.
And Glyza, does she have a mic? Does Glyza have a mic?
She's getting mic'd
It's like-
up. Sure, I'm glad.
Yeah,
So-
she's still prepping, so let's just keep talking about Blink 182
Great.
until she joins
No.
us.
So Dale,
Yeah.
Dale didn't go to Blink-182. They backed out the last second. They couldn't get good tickets.
Oh, but that concert still.
Well, the concert still went. Well, honestly, Dale, if you didn't go to that concert, then that concert
Did
never
they
happened.
go to
To
Miami?
me.
It never happened. Did they even
never
go to
happened.
Miami? No.
Yeah, no. Dale wasn't there, so
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Travis
Cancel
would
the
be
concert.
with that. Yeah, Travis was thinking like,
It's
are we
so
still doing this? I
volume.
mean, Dale's not coming.
I say we call
Yeah.
it, guys. Let's just
God,
call
yeah,
the
come
show. Refund the tickets.
It's still the
Oh.
original members, right?
Yeah, it's the
Should
There's
be
only three, right?
yeah.
Yeah, three.
So it's Tom, Mark,
Because I was
and Travis.
because I was
the
making
UFO
a
guy.
yeah
think
UFO
it's
guy.
Mark.
Yeah, because I thought like when he
Production.
started like doing those UFO stuff, and then I thought the band stopped touring at that point. No, but I guess they're still good.
Yeah, they must have
Yeah, they're
found
there
a way
would
to
be,
deal
like,
with this
people-
conspiracy theories.
yeah. I'm guessing there will be people like screaming, right? Like, your UFO's real.
The
Where's the
CIA is like
aliens?
in
You know?
in the audience. You're like,
Where's the alien? Yeah, because it was
They're
a.
funny.
I even remember he was on Rogan telling that it was kind of like awkward. So,
that was a Terrence Howard-esque type of interview, wasn't it? Where he's got someone on the fringe.
Yeah, but I think the Terrence Howard was a bit better because Joe doesn't understand what he's talking about. Because wait, what's his name again? What's his name again?
What's his name again?
Of
What's his name again?
of the vocalist. Tom, right? Tom.
Mark.
Because in him,
Tom.
Mark,
No, Tom.
Tom,
Tom DeLonge.
Yeah,
DeLonge?
Yeah.
I
yeah,
don't know how
Tom.
you said it.
Because
The water.
because he had like videos or like pictures, right? And then when you see the pictures, it's so blurry, like those very old UFO evidences where
Yeah.
it could be anything. So that's why it was like weird because Joe was like saying like, how come there's no like clear videos or clear stuff about clear evidences about these stuff? So yeah,
And I saw
for
something
Terrence
where, like,
Howard is like yeah.
every UFO sighting, like 99% of UFO sightings ever are like all in the US. And there's just no chance that they all happen to occur like here.
Maybe maybe in here, if someone like
Yeah.
sees a UFO, people just dismiss it right after. Like the people,
Maybe-
I don't know how to translate it. Like I say kinubog niya or something. You know how to say that in English? Don't be that kind of drunk. Is that how you say? People just dismiss and laugh at you, and they don't really want to like tell the world about it because you're gonna get embarrassed.
Well,
I
great.
think.
But
yeah, I can hear. I can hear.
on.
But you can't hear
I can
the.
hear. Can hear it.
But can you hear us?
Yeah. Well, okay.
'Cause
Well,
they-
sorry to get
I'll-
technical difficulties here, but my headphones are plugged into the computer. I've never figured out how to make the headphones work through this sound pad.
I think it's. Do you remember when you joined the studio?
Split adapter.
Do you have that?
I just don't know where it is.
Well, we can do the split video, but can you do it with the?
That's okay. I'll
I
figure
think-
it out. Just continue.
Yeah, we're just gonna continue. She'll be working in the background. She'll probably figure it out
Yeah.
like 5 minutes. 5 minutes left of the
Did-
podcast.
yeah. Did you have a splitter before?
You know,
I think-
whatever.
I was thinking of getting that, but I'm not sure how to. Because it's just splitting. Like if you're like sharing music, like I've seen that in a movie once. Like
Mhm.
it was a romantic movie. They were like sharing music through a split cable. So it's like both of them have their own headsets, and then they listen to the same music.
They
I
could,
don't know if you have that. Yeah.
It could work, but
Actually, yeah, because when I was setting this up, I ended up having a setup of having my mic connected to my camera, and then my camera goes to the computer so that I will be in sync. Like my voice and video will be in sync. But what happened is I wouldn't be able to hear the same problem as you, Adam. I wouldn't be able to hear the audio coming from my computer. So what I did, but I have an extra mixer in here, so that's what I did. I just like mix the audio coming from my computer and from my voice, and then like that's what I'm listening to right now.
you know,
'Cause
I
it's weird.
I cannot wrap my brain around what you just said. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like really trying to understand it, but it's like I feel like you're speaking shit like Mandarin. I have no idea what you're talking.
Wait, do
I
you
just
see
can't
the
understand it.
Do you see the speaker icon at the bottom? Because there's you see the record, right? The 13, 18, and there should be like a video first. Then oh no, it's not a video first. There's a mic, and then when you hover it, it's gonna see where the mic's coming from. Next is the video. I think the third one is the speaker for everyone. So I have it before I had it like at Zoom. If you have it, I think you have it in their external speakers or Mac Mini speakers,
You hover, yeah, if you
and then I
hover
think you can
over-
change it. You see it? Do you see it, Dale? So
Yeah, if
there's
you
like
hover-
3 icons, right? There's a video icon,
Yep.
microphone icon, and then there's the speaker icon. The speaker is the one where the audios were from me, where I'm
Yeah,
talking,
I mean,
and then
you can share
Yeah.
screen.
I can show you guys. There's the share. I feel like I'm in a meeting here. Like, give me a second. Do you see my screen? There's always that question. Like, can you see my screen? Like, I know you see my screen because there's already like a red bar at the end. No, I'm using Teams. It's just a good time to think about something. Can you see my
Oh,
screen?
sorry,
What am
sorry, I
gonna
was
do?
on mute. I was talking on mute.
Oh, yeah, that's always. Where in reality we're just thinking of an answer. Like, Louis, how do we make this work? I'm just thinking of an answer. What do I do? What do I do?
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
Louis, you're on
Louis,
mute.
you're-
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry, I'm on mute. Yeah, that gave me like 20 seconds to think about what I'm gonna say. Wait, how do we share? Where's the share button again?
It's at the bottom next to the speaker.
This is because it says, oh, there, share screen, black tab, Chrome tab, window. Oh, here it is. Click and share. Because then it is gonna be, oh, so it's like Inception, right? You see our face,
Yeah.
in another phase, in another phase. Like, how about this? This icon.
Yeah.
But it says,
Speak.
yeah, mine is default headphones. Do you see Zoom in the Zoom, like Zoom P4 in
It's
there?
only MacBook Pro or external headphones.
Oh, it doesn't have Zoom.
Louis has it on
But you have
external.
Zoom in here. You have Zoom
Where?
here in this option, the microphone.
No, MacBook Pro microphone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So how's the Zoom connected then to your laptop? Because if I was using Zoom directly, usually see Zoom in here in the options.
Yeah, I'm looking for that also, like on the Mac settings, and it doesn't have Zoom. It only has external headphones, and then on the mic it has the MacBook Pro.
Let's leave the meeting and come back in.
Why?
Because you might see it when you
you
get
select
the option of drop down options when you
Because
join.
you see do you
Let's
see
try
it
that.
here in the no, you won't see the bar at the Mac has, in the, it's like a setting where you're choosing the headphones. The easy zoom as an option in there. Like beside the date, those icons.
Oh yeah, there was no Zoom. I
There's
went
no Zoom?
into the sound.
Yeah.
And then sound settings.
Oh, so was Adam just talking to the laptop mic then, not the microphone?
Yeah, maybe.
I think we need to exit and come back in.
Yeah, because it's just on the default device.
Yeah. I think let's try my idea real quick.
What? Because there's an option where you can...
there's an option.
But on the Zoom, in the channel 4, you have it at USB, right? The fourth. Oh no, they're not. They're out.
They drop. I think they'll check what the options. When you go in,
I'll stop sharing, Dale, because it's like trip. Like it's wait, how do I there?
Should we stop recording too?
Set up.
You just restart.
And we're back, guys.
We're back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. That's just always the case. We could do this for 3 years and we'll still have somebody have.
There's always something. Something's not gonna work.
It's not Riverside's problem though. Riverside's great. We love you, Riverside.
Yeah. When I was browsing stuff about Riverside, there's actually a lot of problems in there, but those are like specific ones. If you have, let's say the one I have set up, like the camera, and then there's a different device for the audio, there's always problems with that because it's almost always not going to be in sync. So that's why you find a way to like have them in sync at your own way, and then that defeats the purpose of using Riverside, right? Because they advertise it as just a solution to just like have a call record. It will then download it for you and then create the episode for you. Actually, it has problems for like mid episode, the voice and the video will not be in sync. Oh yeah, I guess it's part of it.
Have we seen that in our recordings now?
For myself, I do, but it's not really that obvious. For mine is, if it's not sync at the first few seconds, it's not gonna be in sync with the rest of the episode. So I just look for ways. So that's why my microphone is now plugged in the camera. It's not really plugged directly to my computer, because what would happen is, I think the audio, like my voice, is faster than the video. I mean, it makes sense, right? I think it's faster, like going into your computer. So that's why what would happen is you see you hear what I'm going to say earlier, but my mouth is not moving yet. So then and it's consistent all throughout. So right now, if I say something, you won't hear it right away. It's waiting on the video and then goes directly to the. I know it's like a simpler way to explain it. So it's like recording the video and the audio at the same time. Yeah, it's just technical stuff. Adam's
Yeah.
gonna be like,
I don't
wait,
understand.
I'm sorry. What were you?
I don't know
what were you
why
saying?
I cannot wrap my head around it. I just don't understand it. But that's why I just plug it in and
Maybe
hope it works.
I think there's gonna it's like keywords, right? I think I've had that before, like in school. It's like keywords. Someone saying like equation is like it's just your mind like stops
Derivative.
listening.
I'm like, what?
It's like your brain stops. Like, you're not ready for this. So just
It's like
now.
someone's trying to teach me a new card game. They're like, you can pass on 3s, but you have to lay down your 10s, and it has to be in rows of 4, but only suits that are higher than the one that's. No.
Oh yeah, I
Please
totally
don't.
remember all of those.
Please don't do this.
I remember that experience. I think it's you were there also, Dale, or no? We have an office mate who lives in Miami, and he invited us to his house. I mean, it's very nice. His wife was like preparing tacos and stuff. I wouldn't say the name Dale because I think you know him. So they were nice people, and they. I think it's their thing that they always play this specific card game with guests, and yeah, it's hard for me to like because it's a new card game, and I'm not really into card games, and they were like explaining the rules, and I don't want to be like you don't want to be the bad guest, right? They prepared food for you, and then like talk about stuff. So I was just like I remember like this, like his kid was asking me like, "What are you planning to do?" Because they were like strategizing stuff, and I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I don't want to say like I don't know what I'm doing. I just like, yeah, we'll see. I just saying, yeah, we'll see, but I'd have no idea what I'm doing. So, yeah,
Just
and
trying to
it
get to the
doesn't
end of
like
this game.
it doesn't really end quick. Too. It's not one of those games where like there's a quick reset. Like, oh, you lost this round. Let's do it again. It takes like maybe 15, 20 minutes for each game. And then they get excited. No, let's do another one. Like, oh no.
Yeah, no brainer.
Where's the-
Oh, that was one game.
Yeah.
There's 10 games in one match.
Game,
Best of
yeah.
5 matches wins.
Yeah, the thing that just saved me in there.
Go
Because,
like-
good thing they have beer in there. Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna open another one just so. And I wanted to like skip a game. There's times where you're like, can I not do this next game and just like drink beer and talk? But
Yeah.
but everyone's playing. Like, there's no other people like just standing and talking
I'm
around.
gonna create a
So, like,
separate
okay.
game. Yeah. That's when you get someone to call you and pretend there's an emergency. Like, call me now. Tell me I need to leave.
I think that
Get me
wouldn't
out of
work.
here.
'Cause yeah, I have to like have to like write down like lies so that I would get away because they're for sure they're gonna be asking about that in the office next day, and then how was your like, no, I don't want to like
Yeah, my
I'll
apartment
just-
flooded. It was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was bad. Are you
Why did I
like
say
in the
that?
same apartment with Dale? Yeah, but
It
it's
was a
only in my
fire.
room. Yeah.
It was a flood. It was a fire flood. It was a flood of fire.
Yeah, and then there was lightning. It was so bad. It was so bad. And then the rats, you see the rats.
The rats and the frogs and the toads.
Yeah. Locust. Did I
Lizards.
say locust? Yeah, locust.
Locust.
It's like
one of the
enumerating
deadly sins.
plagues.
Yeah.
It's just
The whole book
enumerating
of
plagues.
Revelation got thrown at me last night.
I didn't know we have locusts in Miami. Yeah, we do. Yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
just
look it
gonna-
up. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, look it up.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, but did you see his reply?
Yeah. And
It makes
Man.
sense. Yeah. Because when I remember when I was watching Terrence Howard and Joe Rogan, because I didn't really understand what he was saying, right? And the good thing about the reply of Neil deGrasse Tyson is he had clips. By he, I mean someone made it for him, right? For sure. I think someone like cutting it when Terrence was talking about his 36 pages. I don't know about his what do you call that idea? Because
manifesto
when
or
Terrence was
something.
talking about it on Rogan, he didn't really detail what he was talking about, right? And then when Neil deGrasse was like putting in, because he had like notes in red for each not statement for it's like for each paragraph or each idea that Terrence was saying, and then he was like Terrence was saying this one blah 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 1 times 1 blah blah, and then Neil deGrasse would be saying, oh, this is false, and then this is why it's false. So it's like a very it's not even like it's a very polite way of like doing it, right? You would agree, I don't know, I know Adam saw it. It's very polite way of saying, right, like he's wrong because he was adding in his explanations. This is not even like dismissing everything. Like he actually like took the time like reading those stuff. Because when you watch the Rogan clip on it, I think Terrence said like he thrashed everything. He was dismissing everything. So it sounded like Neil deGrasse Tyson was like dismiss him right away. But when you actually see the episode of Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about it, he actually like took the time to like read it and then have like what do you call this? Uh Data or like examples to prove like, oh, this is why this is false. Like this is why this is false.
Yeah, it was an intelligent response, and he gave him a lot of time.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time in the response, and like Terrence
Yeah.
would say, like he responded with such vitriol, and like almost seemed like he dismissed. The problem with someone
Yeah.
like Terrence is, he misunderstands someone disagreeing with him with them being against him. Like,
Yeah.
to disagree is constructive, and the way Neil deGrasse Tyson explained it was, you got to be harsh. You got to critique harshly because that's what your research deserves. If it's truly good research, it'll stand against harsh criticism. And he would be blunt and direct to his colleagues, and then they go out for a beer afterwards, is what he says. Like, you got to be tough to defend your theories. And Terrence Howard obviously doesn't understand
Scientific
that.
Yeah, it's
method.
not,
Yeah,
Yeah.
scientific method sort of approach.
he's I mean he's smart, I guess, in a way, but it's I would imagine that would happen like with maybe scientists before, if because you think like you think you have it right, and then when someone looks at it, and then you should be open to um you should be open for it to be like, for it to be true, like someone, like other people should agree with it, or like have
Yeah.
evidence or have data to like
And criticism hurts.
to
It always
support
hurts.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, if I do a presentation at work and I'm like, all right, give me some notes, be honest. Even
Yeah.
if I want them to be honest with me, it still is like,
Yeah.
you're right.
And
I
it's
said
not, it's not,
too
and
much.
it's not even criticism, right? Because it's supposed to be like science, so you
Yeah.
need like the proof and all that, so it's not tied to you.
Yeah.
It's tied to what you have. So if they have
Yeah.
like something to say about it, you counter. I guess your counter rebuttal will
Yeah,
be
you use
like data to prove that they're wrong
you use
too, based
evidence.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's that. It's just
yeah.
that. And then, or
Hey.
if you really see that you're wrong, then you say you're wrong. Like,
Mhm.
Man
it's
up,
not.
dude. Be a
It's
man.
not like opinions.
It's not that's
Yeah.
right. That's exactly right. It's not an opinion-based research paper. And if Terrence wants to write an opinion-based 36-page whatever, then fine. But don't send it to Neil and ask Neil to look at it for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you asked for it, you got it, and you couldn't handle the the feedback. So
Yeah.
I think I think Neil deGrasse Tyson just like slam dunked in the nicest way
Yeah.
possible too. Like, he wasn't being
It is,
mean
it
in
is,
his
yeah.
response. But it was that video
Yeah.
was more interesting than Terrence Howard's entire podcast on Joe Rogan.
Yeah. It makes
thought.
sense now, like for those like specific, the square of something. I don't want, because when usually I remember this in college, like when someone tries to describe an equation like in words, like you will remember this tale, right? Like like the simplest one, like the square of Pythagorean theorem, like the square of the longest side is equal to the sum of the squares of the other. Yeah, they always do that. Like they describe the equation in words. I think it's more of like so that it will be like the boundaries of that equation, and then it's I don't know, they always do that. But when someone does that with an equation, I always like, it's always hard for me to like listen. And then I think there's like was talking about there, like the square of blah blah of a number cannot be bigger than the square of itself. So something like that. And then Neil was like giving an example, like a square of like a number less than one but greater than zero. So which means his like claim, like his equation, what do you call it? Like he says the idea was wrong because you can actually find a number that will like disprove that. So like I mean, if Terrence still think that he's right, he should have some, he should have like his own data, like to publish, or his own data to prove it, right? So that
Yeah, if he was
things,
building
yeah,
foundation on that fact, then everything crumbled. Like,
yeah,
basically
that's
tossed it. Like, okay, well, that's wrong. So
he could have
everything he's saying
stopped.
now is kind of false.
Yeah, he could stop at the first like statement, right? Like he could have just stopped, like stop reading the entire uh, document because he said like 36 pages, right? He could stop at page one and then like dismiss the other one. But he did like have notes for, I think, for
Yeah.
everything.
He didn't
Yeah,
have to
and then
read
he
it at
called.
all.
Yeah, he did. And that's the thing. I guess it's too nice for like he's maybe he's a fan or maybe just a bit so because maybe he would find something interesting, right? It's
Yeah.
good.
He's like, oh, the pictures you drew on the last few pages are beautiful drawings.
Yeah,
It's like-
beautiful works of art. He
Yeah,
even
I
called
think
it
it's a
like,
great
yeah,
work.
there are very good works of art. Like, oh no.
Like he's trying
Like, I
really
wonder
hard
how
to give
would-
him a compliment.
Yeah, I wonder like for sure there's like people like tagging Terrence Howard for for that video. I'm not sure. I hope he says something about it, or he will just ignore it, or maybe he will just go to a route of oh, see, they're all against me. They're trying to disprove me and
Yeah.
all.
Oh, yeah. It'll
Yeah.
be that. Yeah, he'll find a way to
Yeah.
try to. I don't know. The more I sit on his interview in my mind, I'm like, that was all just kind of silly because I can't. None of it
Yeah.
really. None of it sticks around. It's good ideas that are fleeting and don't really stand up to any like type of
Yeah.
criticism or pushback. They're like
Yeah, when
they're like feathers.
he said like you have to reverse the magnetism of the earth so that you can like have propulsion. That sounds like the Jetsons, I know
Yeah,
they're not
okay.
Jetsons or like that.
Yeah,
Or
that's a
Johnny Quest. Just a
interesting
very
reference.
old like cartoon.
Yeah, that's a
Cartoon.
very old reference.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it sounded like that. Like,
Are you like 60 years old?
I forgot what year. I think it was like in elementary school where that was showing up in here, Cartoon Network in here, and
Yeah.
for sure by that time that's already old. That time, but not really old.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like 5 years ago, 10 years ago when it came out. But yeah, everyone gets. I know that people still have, still get that reference. I think if you're in a certain age group,
No Gen Z people are gonna be like, Jetsons.
I know
What is
that.
that?
Yeah. Even if it was in the
Yeah.
2000s, can you believe it's like 25 years ago? 24 years ago? Can you
Oh my
believe that?
gosh,
yeah,
Like,
there's people won't get the
when
reference.
Blink, I guess Blink 182 came out. I mean, if it feels like it was just yesterday, but if you will see like what year it was, let's just say anything that came out in
Yeah.
the 2000s, it's like 24 years ago, right?
Yeah.
It's forever ago. You see,
Like you could
like
be a
what the
cop who's born to thousands and then catch someone in a DUI and then not knowing that artist.
Oh my
You could
gosh.
be-
Like Justin who?
you could be you could be that. Oh, we're talking about Justin. Yeah, I was just like having thinking of an
Yeah.
example. But, good thing you like messaged that in a group chat. And I'm like, what did happen to Justin? And then I read that like no.
It's
It was
all
funny because that
over.
specific article was like saying like the cop didn't recognize the pop star. It's just I
That's
think
crazy.
it's just
I don't know if
too
it's true, but they
harsh,
said
yeah.
that Justin told him this is gonna ruin the world tour.
the world tour. Yeah,
And the cop
what
was like,
tour
what
and-
tour? Yeah.
yeah, the
Live
world tour.
Yeah.
And
the
it's
world-
actually
that was
like-
it, yeah.
Yeah, he's in a tour. Because when I was reading the document, he's actually in it. I didn't even know that he was doing a tour. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It was
maybe
just-
he was, yeah, but But to be that wealthy and be able to afford an Uber or even have a private driver, it's I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's
It's
crazy
obviously
to
it's bad. It's maybe this
Mhm.
is his rock bottom, but also I don't know. There's part of me that feels bad for him. You know,
Yeah,
not that we should feel bad for
yeah,
him because he could have hurt somebody, but I don't
yeah.
know.
Something
But I
wasn't
know
in
because me,
sync. Sorry, I
Something's out of sync. Yeah.
Dale was like, as I was talking earlier, Dale was like, "Oh, when can I put this in?"
When get it,
Uh,
someone said
God, waiting.
intoxicated.
He was like waiting. Oh, sorry, 10 seconds. Wait, in sync. I might forget. I don't want to forget this thought. Like in
Someone
sync.
posted a meme that said, when you're wondering who's gonna drive home and everyone's drunk, and then Justin Timberlake said, "It's gonna be me."
that's that's actually good. Oh God, there's gonna be people
The
like I
memes,
don't know why
yeah.
he did that because he got famous. There was no social media then, so you didn't really know what's his personality back then, right? So maybe he's like that. Like he wouldn't care, or maybe he's more of like, no, I'm not drunk. Just let me drive. I think there's a lot of people that um like that personality that time. Like, I'm not really drunk. Just let me drive. Or maybe it's more of like because he was really famous, so no one's really like stopping him. But right now
It's
he just
true.
get busted.
Yeah,
So
how many
maybe he's
times
like
has he
that
driven
before.
before? Yeah, he could have driven him a
Yeah.
thousand times drunk and just never got
Just
caught. And
yeah, never
unfortunately, that
got
is
caught. Yeah.
the unfortunate truth about drunk driving is it's usually the case. And they'll try to say, "Oh, this is the only time. It's the first time I ever did it." Like
But
usually,
yeah,
you can
it's
do it hundreds of
dangerous.
times and never get caught, and it's that one time where you make a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah.
And getting caught drunk driving is one thing. That's not why everyone freaks out about it. Everyone freaks out about it because you're putting everyone at risk on the road.
Yeah.
And how many
You might
innocent
hit
lives of, Of
hmm
course, in
you
the
might hit
Philippines, drunk
someone.
driving is just like
There's a lot of
5 miles
people who
an
do
hour.
that. Yeah.
but you can't
Yeah.
go fast enough to hurt anybody except yourself, I guess.
Yourself
The
too.
traffic's so bad.
But people do it
So bad joke.
even when riding like motorcycles here.
Yeah.
I
That's
even have
bad.
a friend who, because he has a car and he also has a motorcycle, and like we were talking like, oh, we're gonna be drinking afterwards, and then he said, um, if I'm riding the car, I wouldn't drink, but if I'm riding my motorcycle, I would drink. So we would be like, isn't that should be the other way around? No, and he said like, no, because if I ride a motorcycle, it's just like an autopilot if I get drunk. Because
Wow.
I think what he meant, because he's been doing that like for years, maybe when he was still in college, because he was only riding motorcycles, and now like he has it's I know that's a joke. Like people will say, "Oh, he's do autopilot," but uh, it's not really advised, right? You shouldn't you shouldn't do that. It's more of like a joke thing. There's where they're
Yeah.
gonna say, "Oh, if I'm drunk, I'm just gonna do autopilot," and then I'm just gonna go home right away. Yeah.
It's a scary thing. People do it all the time.
Mhm.
And that's why I feel bad for him. Obviously, he made a mistake, but there's you can't feel too bad for anybody who does something
It's only
stupid
that.
like that.
Um. So what happened after that? Right? He didn't get he didn't get locked up, right? Or he was just locked up for a few minutes. I didn't really read through because I know that he was released, but I don't know how long he was locked up in there.
I don't know either. I
I
mean,
just know that
usually,
happened.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I just saw the memes. I mean the picture
Mhm.
that's
Like the picture,
going
yeah.
around.
usually
Yeah.
in the U.S., it's like you usually stay overnight, and then the next morning the judge releases you with like whatever,
There's a
by
fine. I think
court
there's a
hearing. Yeah, fine.
yeah. I think there's
You're
a
gonna
big.
pay a lot of money, of course, for a
Mhm.
celebrity. I
Not
mean,
him. Yeah, it doesn't
you might be
really.
able to get out of it,
Yeah,
but
it's nothing for him.
the
Yeah.
damage has been done. Whatever legal
Yeah.
problems he has is not
Mhm.
as big as the reaction to
Yeah.
the whole world.
I'm not sure.
If
I
you're
haven't
seeing
even
in
heard about
social
his
media.
tour.
Social media, man, they went off.
Have you seen like the image where it's showing like a screen where I mean there's like a screen on top of the image where it's like this is what my food sees on the. I mean, this is what my food looks like at 10 a.m. in the mic inside the microwave, and it's just
Yeah, yeah. That's good. I like that. Man, I wish I
Yeah.
was that smart to post memes, and they come out immediately. I don't know who's doing it.
Yeah, they're
That's
quick.
so
They're
good.
quick to like. They're quick to make it to like make it funny right
Yeah.
away because it's not just text, right? There's just pictures, and then they put it arrange in a certain way.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
creativity on the internet. I guess it's because people are anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they kind of don't have that.
Yeah, there's no fear of like
Yeah. It's like
how do you say it? Like,
it's like they're drunk. You know, it takes out that. I forgot what's the term, but you know, sometimes you control
it's
yourself because you know
it's
you might say something
as the
wrong or
song goes,
something.
it's they call it
But it take
inhibitions from a
yeah,
song.
yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, it takes
Just
out the
That's
inhibition
really
from
sure
people. Makes them more creative.
yeah,
Though.
that's the song though. Yeah. Yeah. That's what makes someone more creative. Just
Yeah.
mm, just take out the fear of like embarrassing yourself, and that's where it comes out. Yeah. So that's the internet because
There's a lot of bad
they're
things
not
about the
afraid.
internet, but the internet can
Mhm.
be a place where people get bullied and it can be terrible and it can be negative. But when something big happens like that and the memes are just popping, and I'm scrolling through laughing so hard, that's when the internet is great. It's like I feel like we're all part of this big community that can just laugh
Yeah.
Yep.
Laughing
at
around.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like
one of
Stick
the
Nation,
better
right?
sides.
They've actually broken like the 1 million follower.
Really?
Oh, they're already 1 million now.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think we're one of them.
It's
Or
1.1
one of
million, 1.1 million now. Last
Uh.
time we were just still celebrating it, but it's growing fast.
That's it. That's what
Wow.
the internet's for, man. The internet needs
Yeah.
more positive communities like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Because without the internet, it should be like just 5 people talking about sticks, and there's like other 5 people like thinking those are
Yeah.
losers. And
Yeah.
now it's just like there's like
1 million
500,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 million of them thinking sticks are cool.
Yeah.
Is there
You go
another
and
million
see-
that thinks they suck? Possibly,
Yeah.
right? But
Oh, yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
care. They're
Yeah.
1 million strong.
Yep.
And
Wait till
Going
they
strong.
get wait till they get into a fight. I'm sure Stick Nation. I'd bet my money on Stick Nation to win with all the sticks that they.
Oh, yeah, true.
yeah.
They are armed and ready.
Yeah.
The funniest comments I
gonna be
always
like-
see are like sometimes people are early. They see like the video and then some people are early, or sometimes like there are people who post the stats for the sticks. Basically, they
stats,
name they name the sticks like stick of whatever, like stick of wisdom, like with all the stats in there. And then sometimes it's not there yet. Nobody has posted something that people would comment, "Where's the stats guy?" It's basically they're looking for one. Yeah.
They assign now. Yeah. They have a stat guy now, and then no one's gonna take that title because it's not gonna be like because someone already
Yeah.
did that. No one's gonna be like putting their own stats.
It's got way too much time on his hands to be doing that.
Yeah.
It's insane. Definitely unemployed, in his mom's basement.
Have you seen
It's
this?
Probably
Like,
like
my unemployed friend. On
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe someone's gonna make like a stone nation, and it's gonna be like
yeah.
the
I was
They'll
thinking. I
never
think
beat
Adam
Stick
brought it
Nation.
up.
Yeah, it's gonna be
We're
like-
start like clouds. Just post clouds in the sky and see. What they see about it. Just describe it.
Cloud
Could
Nation.
be. Cloud Nation.
Yeah.
Cloud Nation. Stones, and then it's gonna be like
Or stones also.
yeah, it's gonna be sticking stones, like
Yeah.
fighting over followers. Yeah, but
Like the
the good thing
stoners.
about that is that yeah, the good thing about that is it's a million, but it's always videos where it's homemade videos, right? No
Yeah.
one's even like making, because I was thinking someone would have made like how MKBHD, right? Like one who reviews gadgets.
Yep.
Yeah. no one's like making like a very that production, and when he's
Yeah,
gonna be reviewing
that's true.
sticks, that would be like, yeah. I think if someone makes that, they're gonna be like, the stick nation's gonna bash them. Like, no, it's not. That's not how we built this 1 million stick nation. We're not doing those high production stuff. It's
Yeah.
just
Does it feel authentic?
pick up a
right? Like,
stick.
yeah.
Yeah, pick up a stick, record, plus no, like press record on your phone, and that's how we do it. We don't use that high production stuff here.
There's like other funny comments
One.
there too. Like sometimes the stick that they present is something they I guess modified. So they either they sharpen it or shape it or color it. There's like trigger warning, highly modified stick.
Oh gosh.
Oh, so that's the trigger warning. Okay, because I've seen it like
Controversial
trigger warning,
post.
but I know, yeah. I mean, I guess that would be a trigger for them, right? Because people are gonna be like, no, that's not real.
It's so crazy how
It's not a
people in the
good
internet are
stick.
so
Yeah.
like united in thoughts, right? I mean, nobody told you what it's about, but when you see the comment, you immediately understand what they're trying to say.
Yeah, it's a collective like comment.
Mm.
Everyone's in on the same joke, and
Yeah.
everyone's got the same tone to their response. Like
Yeah.
it's slightly
Yeah.
sarcastic. The
Yeah,
comment
people
section.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it's at. It's the comment section. I'm straight to the comments for most posts.
I've seen like
Just like see what people are saying.
or the comment like divided by nation, united by thoughts.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah,
like vulgar,
it.
you know.
Yeah, you realize
Videos.
like people. Yeah, a lot of people think the same way. That's a good thing. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Internet, you discover like there's like millions of people who think the same way as you do.
I mean, how many people are actually stick enthusiasts, and how many are just like pretending? There's got to be a fair amount that are just kind of like feeding the
Careful,
fire.
Adam. You're gonna,
Yeah.
careful,
okay.
Adam. You're
I could be
gonna
wrong.
see sticks thrown at your window. Yeah, this
With a
guy's
note,
calling.
like, leave us
This
alive.
guy's saying we're fake. We're not fake. This is real.
No. In solidarity, I will post
Tomorrow
I'll make
morning,
a post.
when you
Oh,
wake
no.
up, you'll see like outside your window. It's like
Yes. The stick.
We heard what you said. It's like, we didn't even post
You're
that video yet. How is that possible?
listening. Yeah,
How did you
it's
hear?
like we're everywhere, Adam. You see a stick, we're right there. It's-
Well, maybe we should have a goal for this next week, is we all find a post to put
share.
into the Stick
Yeah.
Nation. See if it gets some
Stick
traction.
nation. Let me see if I can see.
I got tons of
Yeah, we
sticks.
should find a stick. I know maybe they're gonna hate us in there,
Surrounded
but
by
maybe they love us.
sticks.
Because we love them. Yeah, 1 million strong. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just funny.
let's make it a
Funny, yeah.
it's a good community.
Really strong. Yeah. You guys want to talk about the McGregor getting it's moved,
Yeah.
right? I think it's moved later this. When is it?
Was it moved? Didn't
Is
it?
it
I don't
November?
know.
Or no? Oh no, I don't think they have a date yet, right? It's still August.
Kinda,
Yeah, I
didn't
just
Conor
know
say
they
he just
moved it,
needs a
yeah.
few more weeks. He broke his toe. Is that
Yeah.
what it ended up being?
Yeah, I saw that
Speak-
yesterday. That
Pinky
I think
toe?
it was just yesterday where he released it. He released the what do you call this? The injury that it's a broken toe. I guess it's
which-
from kicking. He was kicking and then it hit an elbow, which could it could happen.
And that toe, man,
Yeah.
I know it's a pinky toe and everyone laughs about it, but it's pretty hard to walk on if you don't have your sort of pinky toe to balance you out. But it's kind of an embarrassing injury. And Rafael dos Anjos was like, you saw that, was like, I broke my
Yeah.
foot.
Yeah,
I
'cause he
still
was-
fought.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Connor
I mean,
is
it's Connor is he makes the shots, because he's the draw. So
so pinky
the
toe, it might have well
Yeah.
been like a little a hangnail or or a paper cut, like
yeah.
pinky
Yeah, I
toe.
don't know what's
couldn't have been something
maybe there's
cool.
Because people are thinking he,
toothache.
you
or
know,
something.
he failed the drug test,
test,
and they're
yeah.
just doing that. Yeah, I don't know, but it's still
So-
Chandler's still gonna wait for him.
Chandler's been waiting to fight for like 3 years, right? I mean, poor guy.
I think still 2, or maybe two. Oh yeah, going 3 years, maybe close to 3 years. And then Connor, was it on Twitter where he said, um, because people are saying like Chandler could have fought like 2 or 3 times, and then Connor said like Chandler would need to fight 10 times just to match what he was going to be paid when he fights Connor. So that's why he was waiting. So he was just basically saying like, yeah, he's the money fight. Well, I guess maybe it's part
is
of
it still the money
Connor's.
fight?
I don't
We'll
know.
see.
I think for this fight, maybe not as big as what he did
The
with
previous thing.
with previous fights,
Yeah.
but I think it will still like make a lot of money because he was out, and then there's always fans that are like die. What do you call this? Connor fans, right?
Still though, I mean, I think a third fight with Nate Diaz would be bigger than Michael Chandler. I don't. Do casual fans know who Michael Chandler is?
Yeah.
Not.
I could be wrong.
I don't think.
I don't want to sound like a hater, but I don't know. Is Michael Chandler?
Not much.
It'll be a fun fight. Everyone knows that. But who is Michael Chandler? Honestly.
Yeah, but I guess it's not gonna reach. Well, this is just what I think, right? I don't think it's gonna reach the Nate Diaz and Connor level of like sales, but I think he's still gonna sell, bit bigger than the
Michael
normal
Chandler
pay-per-view.
He doesn't like. What does Michael Chandler bring to the table, personality wise, like selling the fight?
Yeah,
he's a good guy. Obviously, nothing against him, but like Nate Diaz is equally as interesting of a personality. You're like, oh, this guy's crazy, and I don't know. Like, I'm not really getting to a point, but I'm just wondering, maybe Connor and Michael Chandler, maybe it's just not the right.
Yeah. I mean, we'll
time.
see, because I think I've read it's gonna be in August, or I don't know which UFC they're gonna put it in, because I don't think they're gonna put it in like a fight night, because it's Connor, so they're probably gonna need to have a UFC, because we're in, what are we now, 303, so maybe they're gonna put it somewhere in the next maybe 4 or 5. They have to like bump something.
Did Connor say anything yet about since they made the announcement?
Just the toe.
Just the toe. Okay.
I guess just the toe.
But he
But
never.
for the schedule, I don't think.
No.
For the schedule, I don't think there's an official one yet. It's just people guessing it might be, because it.
No, but I mean, like Connor himself talking. Usually he puts out he hasn't tweeted anything yet. Right? He hasn't gotten
just the Chandler getting paid 10 times. Just that. I only read that. Yeah. And then healing, or no.
They could have handled the communication better. I feel like they waited. I guess they had to wait as long as they could to see if Connor could fight.
Yeah.
And I bet Connor was like, "Oh, I might be able to. I'm not sure." So I'm sure it was an awkward injury, and you don't want to pull out because of a pinky toe. I know no one does. Yeah. So it just stinks. Like the way that they, with the information came out and the rumors, and then everyone was saying, no, it's definitely still on. But the vibe was off. So like something's happening. Like they're not telling us something. And of course, here we go.
I think they're being very careful because a lot of people already bought the pay-per-view, right? And they're buying it because of Connor. So that's why I think they were just setting up their stories just so when they announce it, they already have like Pereira versus Jiri, they already have those stuff, so that people want like refund. I don't know. That's just what I think.
Yeah,
because they waited, because I think they knew already when, like maybe days before, like Connor couldn't fight, but at that time they were just saying like the fight is still on. There's no official announcement yet, so they were just like holding it, so that people won't like right away like make a refund. Oh, ask for a refund. I mean that's how I see it because when you see the card now, there's not really. I know it's they're good fights, but I don't. The interest is died down because Connor is not in there. I think that's the
That's
main
true.
reason why people would buy that. And we'll see.
Oh yeah,
It's still
for
a good.
sure.
I think it's a good main event. Um, we've seen that
It's
before. The
interesting.
Jiri versus Peja. Yeah, interesting. I mean, it's more interesting. Like respect for Peja, right? It's a
Yeah.
very quick turnaround
Yep.
of a fight, and it's putting his title on the line.
Yeah, I saw that. I think I saw a
Yeah.
post recently where it's like Alex Pereira got injured carrying the UFC on his back, like having to, you know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah,
lead
I mean, he's a
fights.
very good. Yeah, we
that's
call this
good.
a company man. Very good company man because he
Yep.
was
Yeah.
willing
But
to like do that. Yeah.
they will chew those people out they will chew those people up and spit them out.
Yeah.
As soon as he loses, they'll be gone.
Yeah,
They'll
it's
move on
he's
from him
gone.
quick. Poor
Mhm.
guy.
But he's like a
Yeah.
fighter, an actual fighter though. He doesn't pick his fights. He just fights because that's what he does. Like
Mhm.
actual same as like Thai fighters, they don't care about their records. What they care about is they perform their best there. And I guess
Yeah,
it just reflects in the outcome. But
yeah.
yeah.
And there's probably something in there where his confidence is so high because he already defeated Jerry
Yeah.
once, right?
That's true.
So there's
It's a
that
tough guy to
part
fight,
of him.
though. I'm sure he doesn't
It
want
is
to fight
it
him
is.
again.
Yeah.
But what's it about him that makes him so effective? I mean, if you look at his moves, it's almost like the same each fight, but nobody has. I mean, you don't need to figure anything out. It's the same moves each time. But I guess when you're there,
Yeah,
it's
it just
just he's very intimidating. That one false
yeah.
one false slip and you eat the left hand that he's known
Yeah,
for. So
the
is it
left
just
hook.
that? Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. That's for sure. Like there's a scare of it and then he still has that even on the later rounds. That's also what
Yeah.
scary because some people like if they fight someone who's like known to have like a very strong like KO power, some people would have a strategy of like just avoid getting knocked out the first few rounds, like first
Yep.
second rounds, wait for the power to like at least, or for the other person to get exhausted and then like try start taking risks from there. But for Alex Bea, like I think he can knock you out like a fourth round or like later in the
Yeah.
rounds, and he even, yeah, like I said, he's so confident. Like sometimes you look at him, he's not like, even if he's down on the scorecards, you see that
He's
he's
very
still so,
calm.
so confident of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
knocking out the
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
person. There's no changes in how he fights on the later
Yeah.
rounds. You know,
Yeah. Yep.
you don't
Yep.
really
The,
see him
the
like
the goal.
panicking,
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah. That's
yeah,
true. And then the goal is the
yeah,
same, right? It's the same moves, and then the same approach,
yeah,
and then
hmm
he's just waiting for the moment to make that
yeah. You're
throw
still gonna
his
be
left
scared
and
for
then
the
knock.
other
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still gonna scared for the who's he's fighting. Yeah,
What a beast, man.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
hmm
he's a true warrior. He's like built for that. He's meant to
yeah.
be a fighter. No doubt about it.
Mhm.
He's in the right profession.
I've read it somewhere like they say they said that the fight should start like at both ends of the arena, where like Peja will have his bow and then Jiri will have his like I think it's like, I don't
Oh,
know
the
if he posted
samurai.
like samurai. Yeah, like they say they just start at both ends of the arena and then start hunting each other.
That'd be fun.
And the Peja would
That
be
would
like
be.
with his bow and then they fight it off. Yeah, that would be
That would get the
that would,
pay-per-views for sure.
yeah, that
People would definitely buy
like
that.
imagine they do that, like even like just an intro, like not the normal walkout. They just like whatever the background music they have, like from each. I know it's a tribe. I don't know where. I don't see much of Jir's video. I just read that he posts with a samurai, so that would be like a fun, like it's like a bow and arrow versus a samurai sword.
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, that would be great.
That would be great. Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
That'd be
It's on their
interesting.
characters.
For
Yeah.
sure.
That's when is that? That's next week, right?
Um,
Or in July.
What's it?
Oh, it's still in July, right?
Double check.
It was
upcoming
actually next
UFC.
week, June 29.
Is it next week already?
Yeah, it's next week already.
First
Wow.
first week of July. Yeah. I don't know. I'll check here because in here when I watched the Connor pay-per-view before, because it's normally just free in here, like part of like an if you registered in an app, and
Yep.
then when it was Connor versus Chandler, they were asking for like an extra payment for it. I'm not
Yeah.
sure right now if they're still doing it. I would
Yep.
guess they won't because no one's really gonna I don't know, pay extra for it. Yes, we'll see. Yeah. I think I'll watch it. Maybe just a main event.
Watch it if I
But
win
if-
it somewhere,
yeah.
like a bar.
The co-main is, well, I guess Brian Ortega is fighting again.
Yep.
Yeah, Diego Lopez.
And
Hey,
even
get it
like
right.
the first
Brian Ortega's
fight
only
is
lost
kind of
3 times.
interesting. It's Ian Gary versus Michael Page.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
Michael
actually
Page.
interesting. 'Cause they're both I think they're both trying to be. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to be. They could be superstars.
Building their names.
Both of
Yep,
them.
yep.
Yeah, they're
In the
famous
UFC.
fighters.
Yeah, Ian guy's undefeated. Wow.
Yeah.
Michael Page. I didn't realize he only lost 2 fights. I thought he lost more. He had some bad losses.
He was in Bellator before.
Yeah.
But exciting.
it,
Those
yeah.
that's
He's a
actually
cool guy.
interesting fight. Yeah.
I like
Let's
the
see
way
what
he
happens
fights.
in there. It's a karate
Yeah.
background.
Karate.
Yeah.
People were
He
saying
does.
they wanted to see him versus Wonder Boy. This kind of would be,
Wonder Boy.
just it would be like a karate match.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
shame that their timelines didn't sort of
Yeah, it
match
doesn't
up.
match up. And I
Yeah.
guess they would be. It would be funny if they would be. They would end up like just the wrestling and jiu-jitsu that match
Yeah.
because they both
they cancel
respect
each other out.
Yeah,
That's
because it happens
usually
with
happens.
both wrestlers. Like
Yeah, it ends up being a
both of
boxing
them.
match.
Yeah, it end up like kickboxing match because no one really wanted to test the other's wrestling ability, so they moved the other route.
Didn't
So if you see like,
didn't
it would be
Gaethje
funny to
say
see
he was
them
tired of
grappling.
wrestling? Like he wanted to strike just because he's supposed to
Yeah,
be some really good wrestler.
because he's a very high level wrestler, right, Gaethje, but he doesn't really use it that much. I think he used it to defend or just to get up, and then like goes on fighting. Leo
People
does
fall in love with the
kickboxing.
striking. You know, they fall in love
Yeah.
with the knockout.
Yeah, maybe if you've been wrestling for a long time, right? You could be maybe you're tired of because you get bored maybe of
Yeah.
doing that thing, and then when you start doing striking and then realize you're good at it, like Gaethje's good at it, so maybe that's why he doesn't really use it, and then he just uses the wrestling as a a backup strategy or just a defense strategy.
Yeah.
I mean that's
Then
what
you can
makes
take a
him
beating.
exciting though. Yeah.
Just how do you learn that you can take a punch to the face? Some people just can't.
Well, you get
I've never
punched
been
in
punched
the
in the
face.
face,
That's
like-
how you learn.
And then you're like, oh, that,
Yeah, that's
That
how
wasn't
you
too bad.
learn. Like
That's how you learn.
that's how you learn.
I've never been punched
yeah.
in the face though. I think you probably have, Louis, like sparring.
Yeah, a
but
lot, a lot.
Never.
Not very hard. Like there's degrees of how hard it is. Yeah.
But I've never have I've gotten hit in the face.
I don't think I can
like
take
the nose,
that
but
much. Yeah. I know
I
that
hate
I can't take like a lot of punches because I remember like it was like a clean good shot to the chin, and I feel like my legs were gonna be like, oh, I can't have
you have a glass chin.
yeah. I even have a not really a broken nose, like just a wound under the nose, like from someone punching it, and then blood was coming out. So
It's pretty badass.
and that was like that was weird. It was like it didn't hurt. Those you hear fighters describe it like it's like a flash knockdown, because I was like sitting down on the mats right after. Like I just see like not white, just like a flash, and then what happened is like the other guy was very big though. He hit my nose, and then I just felt myself like sitting down, not even sitting down like bending like doing a squat, like sitting down like my ass like flat on the on the mats, and then but I just like springed up and then like circling around like nothing happened, and then I only realized like I think seconds after, like my nose was bleeding at that point, Yeah. So it didn't hurt, but yeah, it was. Well, pretty sure there's some because that's not normal where you like just see a flash and then you're next thing you know is you're sitting down. So like
Yeah.
so I wasn't really out, but I was probably out like maybe like milliseconds.
Yeah.
That yeah, and then I also realized that I don't need to take that, so that's why I have to defend. Yeah, I can't
I
take
get
that much
you're right. You're right.
punishment in the
I guess
face.
they just
Yeah,
learn when they actually get hit and don't get knocked out, because that's not
yeah.
something usually you
You
learn,
test. Yeah, you don't test that in the
you
gym. Yeah,
learn something you're good at because you do it. That's something somebody does to you, not
Yeah.
and then you
You gotta
don't
sort
yeah.
of
exactly
feel.
want to like let somebody, hey, try to punch me and see if I have I have a chin or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah. That's worked out in the lower ranks. Like if you make it past the lower ranks in the fighting community, then turns
If you
out
if you survive.
you're
Yeah.
a pretty good shit.
Yep. Unless
Yeah.
gyms
Mhm.
do that, like, hey, I want to train this gym, and then the coach suddenly punches you, and then you're still
No.
okay. Okay, you can.
Are you good?
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
a
But I
chin.
hope they test it like in a real event though. Like I hope the fighters do that because once like you start getting knocked out, it,
Yeah.
it sucks if that happens. Like in the gym, like like there's not really much reward in there other than realizing that you can get knocked out. Like
Yeah.
yeah, at least it should be in the in an actual fight or in an actual event, and then that's where you find out like, oh, I can get knocked out. Well, I hope so. I know people that just get knocked out in the gym just for like smaller reasons.
Everyone's dumb
Even
enough
hear
to do
stories.
something.
Yeah, yeah. But that's how you find out. Like if you can take a punch, you can actually, you just actually you just get hit in the face and then I can take it. That's good.
Just sort of figure it out. And
Yeah, yeah. I haven't done it for a while though. Yeah, not really looking for a beating.
well, I think we're I'm getting close to
Yeah,
my
it's so
time.
close to 11 here. Yeah. I could, have some closing thoughts and then
Yeah, between
see if I can, I think I could just like put together those two recordings earlier.
What's our title
Yeah,
for
And I hope
today?
this,
We haven't picked a single word.
Oh yeah, title. No, I don't want to have AI pick the title.
No.
This one.
Is it chin?
And we already
what's my age
taking
and
a shot.
chin?
What's my age?
Yeah,
What's my-
take a shot.
taking a
What's
shot.
my
What's my age again? What's my name again, right? No, kidding.
what?
No, just,
Take yeah,
yeah, you could
anything
put
between
in,
taking a shot or
we can put
um,
in like Blink 182 and then the first thing that they'll say like, oh no, we didn't watch it. Just-
didn't
that's
go.
yeah. Blink
No, I didn't
182 in
watch it.
Miami. Yeah. No, didn't watch it. Maybe I'll think of something or just message me about
yeah.
I would go like
I guess when
taking a shot.
when you review the clips, you'll probably something might pop up.
Yeah,
Because
something
AI
will
would
pop up.
suggest something like talking about blah blah, talking about blah blah, but no, not they, or is it they? I don't know. I don't know what pronouns AI wants. They
Be
them.
careful. Yeah,
Be careful.
be very. You're about to get
It's gonna
canceled.
shut
You
it down.
you
Like
gotta-
my
You
voice
could
starts
use
cracking. Like yeah. I don't know. It's gonna suggest it just it does it like more like what do you call this? You can see what do you call a person like has more vocabulary than you? Eloquent. That's a good the
Oh.
right word, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
He speaks
I know
well.
what you're saying. Eloquent.
Yeah.
I like. Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's the AI is better that. So I could think of words and then it's gonna describe it like in a better way, and then I'll just steal that and then use that as a as a title. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah. And
think.
it always reads
Well,
better than what we actually talk about too. Like
Yeah.
when you're like
That's what I
something
was
in
saying.
there like the conversation goes with the pressures of or something like or the value of being authentic in a podcast or something. Oh, this actually sounds good, but when you actually hear us talking about it, it's not really as
That's
Talking
It's
about
already as presented very well.
yeah.
But that's what we talk about. Yeah, it's right. We're not lying, but it's
Yeah.
the script is better than the
Embellishing the
actual
truth a little.
conversation. Yeah, yeah. We can
Thank you,
just call
AI.
it like maybe taking a hit.
Taking
Any
taking
closing thoughts before we end? I hope this recording turns out good because
fingers crossed. Yeah,
yeah.
sorry for the technical
Yeah.
difficulties. Next time we'll try to get Glyza back on and we'll figure out the issues.
Mhm,
I just
mhm.
gotta say I'm praying for Connor's toe.
Yeah.
Hoping he makes a full
How
recovery.
about- Yep.
Yeah.
And I hope the
People
other
are
9
waiting, like a lot of people
doesn't
are
get
waiting
injured.
for his return.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody's
I hope
getting
he-
older.
well,
and-
Yeah, I mean, he's getting
yeah,
old too.
especially
He's well in his
fighters.
30s.
And I hope the Jiri Bahia fight's good. Gonna be good.
True.
I haven't. Wait, just a few minutes. Have you seen the Whitaker fight? Is it done?
Yeah.
It's done with Whitaker 1.
Yeah, first
Whitaker
round.
won. Oh yeah. Oh okay. I just watch it again. Because
Like,
that was
I
very
love
risky for
Whitaker.
him, right? Because he was fighting Kamsat.
Yeah.
He
But
was
Kamsat
supposed to
was,
fight
like,
Kamsat,
that-
and then there's a replacement, and then I mean, good for him, right? He didn't like back
Yeah.
down like last
You
minute
gotta love
he's like
Whitaker.
because he's the bigger name than that person. I mean,
Yeah,
good thing he
he's so
won.
great.
I'll just watch the replay. That's good.
Sorry to
Not a
ruin it for
closing,
you.
not a closing thought, but yeah. So we could just have that a title like Whitaker versus.
Yeah,
we
that
talk
was the
about
main topic
last-
of our
that's the main topic,
conversation.
yeah.
That'll hook
Whitaker
them to watch the whole
win.
thing.
Whitaker win, UFC Fight Night. Whitaker win,
Yeah.
and then it's actually like after the third technical issue, and then it's the last 1 minute of the episode.
Yeah.
Thing. That's our thing now. That's our thing. The
Whitaker's,
title's gonna be like the last.
Whitaker's opponent can't take a punch.
That's
Like
true.
much.
Yeah, he cannot. Whoever that guy is.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so yep. Thanks. It's actually I think that's a pretty good episode, guys. So we'll just message everyone. When we're gonna do the next one.
All right.
Hope
Yeah.
we have less technical issues and more what do you call this? I don't know.
Technical success.
Technical success. Yeah, that'd be, I
Technical
was thinking like how
success.
to
There
put
you go. That's
I was thinking how to put in the sticks and stones stuff, but I can't think of anything.
Oh, I see what you meant. You were trying to be
Really,
more
yeah.
clever. I'm sorry.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's fine. We'll have, I'll do better next time. I'll just think about it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a yeah, it's evening. You have a nice weekend, rest of the weekend, guys.
All right. You too.
And
Bye-bye.
we're out.